Our first guest tonight is an Oscar-nominated actor, a binger, and genuine medical miracle. He tells his remarkable story of resilience in his best-selling memoir, My Next Breath. Please welcome the unstoppable Jeremy Renner. Jeremy, I got to ask, do you get applause like that everywhere now? I mean, the gas station, the Walmart, the grocery store. Is it always like that for you now, Jeremy? Just here.
No, how's it going? Welcome to this. Great. This is awesome.
I'm nervous, dude. I'm hosting a show. I have no qualifications to do this. I'm as white trash as you
I disagree. You're a good talker, man. You're charming. You can talk your way out of a box.
Thank you. I just could never talk my way out of that jail cell.
You're here, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're here.
I heard that you just came from your own summer camp. Is that true?
Summer camp, yeah. That's I think that's one of the things that we have in common too. We work with disadvantaged youth and foster youth. I have a foundation for it. It's called RennerVations, and yeah, we had a camp for them. I have another one coming up in beginning of August as well, and it's great, man. It's we get to be a kid again with them, but provide joy and opportunities and community for these kids is pretty special and near dear to my heart, and I think it's a great necessity for these kids in foster care and kids that are disadvantaged.
Yes.
And heck, to me, there's just no work in it too, man. It's absolutely just all. I mean, there's heartaches. They all have certain challenges, right? But there's still you operate out of joy and love and give these kids these, whatever they possibly can. It's
now, is it real summer camp? I mean, are y'all doing s'mores and wedgies and all the good stuff?
We are in a forest, so we're not doing fires and things like that. But we do. There's like a carnival day. We do like a dunk tanks. And that's like we had a hot air balloon this year, which was really fun. We have a lot of lake time. They're on jet skis and they're boating. They're getting access to things that these kids live in this community and they've never had access even to the lake. So it's just nice to kind of just give them just basic sort of just things in life. And also there's cool programs that we have for them set up to learn and grow. And but I think the most important thing is just create community.
Now, is this something you've always done or something you've been more prevalent with?
This is the foundation, the nonprofit's been only a couple years.
Okay, so around the accident time then?
What's that?
Right after the accident?
Yeah, correct, okay. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, Jeremy. I was reading your book, and I don't want to get too deep on this TV show, and I might cry talking about it.
Yeah.
I was not even 4 pages in before I was crying like a baby. I mean, like a real baby, y'all. He has this incredible story about his daughter at the beginning of it. Can you kind of share that with us?
You mean like the
essay, right?
Yeah, the little essay. Yeah.
I was snot rocket blowing. It was bad.
Yeah. It was something. In school, they asked her to write something that I can't even remember. It was something the most. I don't even remember what the actual assignment was, but she wrote. She was just very. She was
something I'm the most proud of. I believe it was the most proud.
Made her proud. And then she picked me picking her up from school one day. And it sounds like nothing, but when it's post the accident, and I wanted to create something really special for her, a milestone in my recovery, because I was literally bedridden, barely in a wheelchair to maybe get to the bathroom. But I pick her up from school. It took me about an hour and a half to get into the car. I'm literally butting down the steps and everything I could do. But I got in the car, totally safe to drive, promise you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked her up. But it was something I needed to do. I needed to get out of the house. I needed to show her that I was actually really recovering in a really big way. And her writing that essay, is just a reminder of that. It was just as important to me as it was to her, and showing her that her dad's getting better, and it's because of her that I am better.
Amen. Well, you definitely tore me up with it. You tore me up. In fact, I cried so hard that I got so much water in the notebook. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I was just crying over it. I said, I'm gonna listen to the audio book.
Oh, boy.
And Jeremy Renner's voice sounds a lot like Mike McCluskey, who happens to be one of my favorite characters in TV history. So I'm a...
We got to get you on the show, man.
Please, I'd be honored. But I'm
Put you back in jail.
I'm listening to you, and about halfway through, I was like, now this is even harder because I feel like I'm hearing Mike McCluskey tell me the most traumatic experience of his entire life. It was awesome, though. Huge Mayor Kingstown fan.
Yeah, appreciate that.
The book's inspiring. It's funny. It's heartfelt, but it really is funny. I think there was a moment you labeled yourself the worst patient ever.
Oh, yeah. That's because I kept wanting to break out of the hospital. So the poor nurses, you can imagine, I'm kind of high on whatever they're feeding me. I got tubes and epidurals and 9 things stuck in me. I'm dragging the machines in the bed. I'm walking on broken legs. I never made it even to the door but once. But they kept, having to put me back, handcuff me to the bed. Because that's such a pain in the butt.
The irony is every place I've ever tried to escape, I was handcuffed.
Exactly. We're escaping from different facilities, right? So we're both trying to escape. Yeah, and look, we're not in there anymore.
Amen. I figured Jeremy Renner trying to sneak out of a hospital is about when my fat ass is trying to sneak in the pantry late at night and the whole house catches me. I tell you what, though, I also read that it said that you were on so many pain pills at one point in time that you had a conversation with a curtain.
Yeah. That was at home, and yeah, that's as one might do. Yeah. I had to. That's when you know you're not feeling any pain. I was talking to objects, and the guy Jamie Foxx. You guys know Jamie Foxx. He was there in my room. And
the Jamie Foxx guy?
Jamie Foxx was there. He was in my room. Then we got up, and then we went snowmobiling. all that happened in my mind. It didn't really happen. Yeah.
I hate to.
It was good drugs. It was good drugs.
I hate to tell you in front of the whole world, but I've done my share of pain pills, but I have never spoke to a curtain on them.
Well, did you do them because you were in pain, or did you do them because you were?
Well, I have took enough acid to speak to a curtain before, but never enough pain pills. That is awesome.
That was a lot of pain, brother.
How has it been coming through all that the last 2.5 years? It seems like you have a whole new thing for life, like looking at the pictures of you at the summer camp.
Yeah, look, I think there's so many. We have a lot of things in common that I didn't know. We've never met. If we're on a blind date like we are now, it's like, dude, I think we would totally. If we weren't farmers only, yeah. I think we would match.
We'd match, right? Dude. I like it.
Yeah, but because we have so many things in common, like second chances,
Yes, sir.
And our daughters being a big part of our second chances, and even though they're different sort of scenarios, but there's a perspective that comes from that, and the beautiful clarity of life, very intended and very purposeful, and simplified. Oversimplification of life, because it is just simply that simple. And I like to leave it that way and keep it that way, because it's really great, man. Yeah. It's really light and it's really loving, and I get to give back a lot more. I get to give a lot more. I get to use and be a part of things and not be so I was carrying a lot on my shoulders, right. a lot of weight and responsibility, and I don't know. I just find a lot more joy in this sort of second chance and second go. I'm happy to be breathing, happy to be walking, and everything after that is just icing on the cake.
Amen. Amen. Oh. We got more coming up with Jeremy Renner after this. Welcome back, y'all. We're here with Jeremy Renner, baby. That's right, we're here. My Next Breath, the new memoir from Jeremy Renner, available now. Jeremy, I'm looking at this cover, and you remind me of when the lady's standing on the top of the Titanic and just lustfully looking out, just all handsome and stuff. And it made me think, what is on a man's mind when he's shooting this right here?
Well, funny enough, I have my phone in my hand because I just sold my house in LA, and everything was getting moved up to, because I have a house in Lake Tahoe, and that's where there's fires. Before the LA fires, there's a huge fires in Lake Tahoe. And I got a call from my nephew. The fire department was at the house. The plane just dropped the red Phos-Chek dust all over the property. And the fireman was on the phone, because I know the fire department there in Reno. They're like, look, we're gonna stay here until it gets too hot. But when it gets too hot, we're leaving. I'm like, oh, so my house is gonna burn down? I'm like, oh, great. And I just kept my phone clutched in my hand, just waiting for the phone call that everything's toast. So I had Alex just take like the photos. I have all the photos on hard drives and music. I have a studio up there. Said just forget all the instruments, just take the hard drive and get on out.
Speaking of a history with music, I heard you tried out for the boy band O-Town. Is this true?
Well, I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, I didn't really. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like I signed up to do it. It was just sort of the opportunity was brought to me. It's a gal that I'd sing karaoke a lot, you know, as trying to get over a fear of singing in front of people. And then this gal that she ends up being friends with Lou Pearlman, who's the guy who did all the boy bands and stuff back then. And he said, they're looking for a guy. You should probably call him. I'm like, I'm not really. Anyway, I ended up calling them, or they called me, and I sang a song that I wrote over the phone, and all of a sudden they said, hey, here's a plane ticket, come to Miami and come meet everybody. I'm like,
They made you audition over the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't boy bands all about dancing, or was O-Town about the music?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. They just heard I could sing, and then there's no way I was going to do it, dude. There's not a chance.
My Next Breath is officially made the bestsellers list. How did you get the news? Crazy. How did you get the news, and how did you feel?
That's you know, it's one of the weirdest things. I tell you what, it certainly brought me to tears. It felt, wow, man. That's what. I remember it reminded me of like when I got the phone call that I was nominated for the Hurt Locker for Best Actor. It's something that clicked. It's like that's the victory already. I don't need a trophy or anything else. It was just sort of the recognition, I guess, the acceptance from peers that something that you did well, and it can't be taken away. So I guess forever now I'm a best-selling author. That's pretty cool. I mean, you can't take it away. So something beautiful about that, and you know, I know we shared a bunch of tears on the phone when I was talking with everybody.
Who'd you call first?
Well, I don't know. They all called me, and then we were all. Then I certainly called everybody in my family. I'm like, guess what? Man?
Who was the first family?
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like all of it, all the hardships made it worth it.
Right.
That I got a shared experience with people that also helped me heal. It being a very public thing globally, even a very painful private experience. Helped me heal a lot. I didn't have to do it on my own. I had everybody that paid attention help me. So it was great to share it and give back. And
do you remember who the first family member you called was? This reminds me of when I won when I got nominated for my Grammy. I never won one, but being nominated was like winning for a kid like me. I was like, oh, I'm nominated.
Yeah.
And of course, after I got through, I thought I was done crying, so I went to the table to FaceTime my mama the first time. And it's like, I'm very seldom, I'm a mama's boy at heart, but I don't like, you know, but I immediately FaceTime Mom, and I was like, Mom, I was nominated for a Grammy. And she said, you say something about some money? I was like, I love you, bye. Prank caller.
You owe me some money, son.
She's like, I'm glad you called. I need rent.
Yeah, it's always Mom. I called my mom and asked her to be my date for the Oscars. And then, I called, and then she was my date. She said, yeah. And then the next year it happened again. So I asked her again. She said, of course, I'd be happy to be your date again. That was awesome. And so I called her about the book as well. And it's just sort of the wonderful reward of like taking a pause and look how far we've come. Because it was a long road.
Amen.
And a lot of work and a lot of love and a lot of, like, my mom had to re-raise me. Teach me how to walk and all that stuff, my sister and all my family. So it's just that wonderful reward.
Because technically at that point, this isn't your story no more. This is y'all's story.
No, that's
right?
given
this
to everyone.
It's
Yeah, it didn't just happen to me, man, by any means. There was a giant ripple effect to this thing. And it's great that I got out of my own way to share it, because I didn't want to. And I'm so glad I did, because that happened. And then it opens me up to a bunch of strangers that I love.
And you're helping. And you're helping, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I am one of them. Look at me. I am one of the strangers. This book is helping. I am one of the strangers. This book is helping, y'all.
Heck yeah, brother.
Thanks again, Jeremy Renner, for giving me my first chance on TV. My Next Breath is available now. We'll be back with Randy Orton, y'all. Jeremy Renner, y'all. Jeremy Renner, baby.
Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right, yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million and one.